Right. Let me pull this up. And all right. Yeah, buddy, we're live. Get my chat up. Chat's up. Great. And live from Western Massacre. It is Tuesday night. And what a good Tuesday it is. The weather's nice. It's warm. Not too warm, not humid, which it can be humid. And that sucks around here. Tonight we are working on progressive pinning the guard 5-pin pin and pin high security multi-lock junior clone lock. This one's serious. I have a lot of problems with this one. I can't get into it. I did progressive pin it at 3, and then I couldn't. I couldn't get any further than that. So we are going to start from scratch. I have 2 pins in it now because one seems pointless. Although I struggled very hard with 2 pins at first. I'm going to go at it with 2 pins for a while, and then I am going to go to 3 and 4, and I'm just going to work this. So eventually I get it open, and that qualifies for half of my purple belt. That works for me. So yeah, buddy. We got our Diet Coke. Not good for you. They should be a sponsor. Maybe they'll be good for you if they do sponsor. But man, are they crispy. Love crispy Diet Coke. Love it. We're going to turn this camera around, and we are going to get to work here. Those of you that are joining in, thank you. Mr. Chuck Soup. Awesome. Let's get an overview of what's going on here. I will be using my Reaper turner for this. A little trick taught to me by Broke Picks himself. Works incredibly well for tensioning. So yeah, if you don't know what a pin and pin is, this is it right here. This is your key pin. I got 5 of these guys. 3 of them are sitting here, and 2 of them are in the thing. And then there's the driver pin is also, there we go. It's also pin and pin. Not an easy thing to pick. Yeah, I'm a huge craps fan. Yeah, I was Mr. Skill and Luck. I was Clutch Pyro, and then I became Cheese Grits and NyQuil. The old craps nation. How have you been? Yeah, I saw Mick was live. It's a problem with our live feeds is like Mick's always live, so I kind of have to step on his toes if I want to go live. I feel bad about it, but I figure he'll understand. So that's what we're doing is we're picking this lock. In fact, Mr. Skill and Luck, I throw craps with Silver Fox craps. It's an understatement. He is always live. The man is Hardest working man in lockpicking right now. We need to reset this lock. There we go. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So right now I only have 2 pins in here, and I am going to go to work on 2 pins. Can I get this out any further? No, I cannot. I can get it in further, but I may talk about craps in the future. I don't know if you were aware of what happened with me. I had some very personal family issues happen with my child, and just things went crazy for a few years. So I had to step away from throwing craps, and then life does what it does. I still like jump, like I go over to Silver Fox's house and on his folly night sometime, and I throw over there with him, and I play with him at the casino. But I don't necessarily, I don't have a table set up anymore right now. So my table's actually at a coworker's house so that he can practice throwing craps. Because I don't necessarily have the room to have my table set up. I do, but I don't, because now the room's become an art studio and a lock-picking studio, and but I still am a huge fan of craps. But that's why I had to walk away from that for a few years. And well, we are just up close and personal with you, huh? Let's get a better angle on this. But I don't know if I'm going to go back to making craps throwing videos. I may. Okay, we just hit a full set here on 2 pins, so I do know from experience that I am right there. I just have to click this small pin here, and we are open. So that's 2 pin. I'm going to do that a couple more times, and then we're going to open her up and go to 3 pin. Yeah, I'm still playing with Jay-Z. And then John's there, and I've met Chi, and my buddy Mark's over there. So yeah, I mean, I'm still part of the community. I just don't necessarily YouTube about it anymore. I've been actually getting crazy with the bubble craps. Loving the machines, especially where we play. I do not. I did. I took them all down. No more craps videos here. I think the last one I made was about a Bloody Mary. And I think I was actually like needing the Bloody Mary, which is why I made the Bloody Mary in the first place. It's good to have you here, man. You're welcome to talk about craps. You can talk about anything you want, man. I am hosting a giveaway if you don't know anything about lockpicking. It is probably one of the most fun and self-searching things you can do, because you spend a lot of time in your head getting to know dexterity in your fingers, getting to know literally the intimate mechanics of a lock. This particular lock here is getting to be relatively high quality, much higher quality than what you would find in a master lock. Hence, I've removed 3/5 of the internals so that I can work on just picking it one little stack of pins at a time, and get the feelings down and really get to know this lock. is one of those things, you know. It's kind of like when you're throwing dice for like 2 straight hours, just watching your mechanics. Same kind of thing, but same but different. What I'm trying to figure out right now is what I need to do in order to get my full set with these 2 pens. Yeah, just like dice influence. And those of you in the lockpicking world, if you don't know anything about dice influencing, it is a thing. It is a skill that you can gain muscle memory on, and you can literally affect the outcome of what your dice throwing has the likelihood to throw it. Not, people get it all wrong. They say, "Oh, if you can influence the dice, then throw me a 6." I can't tell you I'm going to throw a 6. What I can tell you is I'm going to throw 4s, and I'm going to throw 10s, and I'm going to throw craps numbers, because that's what I throw. I've thrown the dice so many times, I know what I throw. Sure, I'm going to hit 6s, I'm going to hit 8s, and I'm going to hit 7s. I might hit 7s more often than the next guy, but when I get a hold of a roll, you better believe I'm going to throw a lot of numbers, and they're going to be high-paying numbers at that. That I can promise you. That is dice influence. Some guys are much better than me at dice influence, and they're able to avoid throwing the 7. Basically, okay, I think I got this. Basically, if I don't throw a number and 7 out immediately, I am going to roll for a while. That's what I've come to realize with myself. If my first 3 or 4 rolls aren't a 7, it's a good possibility I'm having a 20 piece or higher. My opinion with on-axis throwing, it's dangerous. That's my opinion with on-axis throwing, especially if you set dice the way I set dice. With, like, I like to throw hardway sets, especially if you're doing like a 4-2, 4-2 set. You are putting yourself in danger of throwing the almighty red every time you throw those dice, because on axis, you're looking at a 7. All you need are 2 flops of the dice, or outside implosion, explosion, like any of that. You look like it's a dangerous set on axis. If you know this and you know how you throw, I think you can. I think you can probably beat the system to some degree with the right dice set. I do not know what that is for me. I like to throw the hardway set, and that hardway set is dangerous. I hope that answers your question. And so we are definitely getting in this full set rather quick, and we're getting her open. So we are going to go ahead and open this up and take it to 3 pens and see how we fare. Do I believe? Yes and no, if that makes sense to you. And I'm pretty sure you probably subscribe to this mentality as well. I can tell you with all sincerity, you can't set the dice and say, I'm going to throw a 12 and then throw a 12. I mean, it happens. It doesn't happen enough to make it a thing. However, you can set the dice and go, I have a high probability of hitting my number with this dice set, and that works out. That is a thing. Again, you can set the dice to avoid the 7. or to lessen the chances of throwing inside numbers. I do believe in that. However, it's inevitable. Everybody throws sevens. It is coming, whether you like it or not. It's coming every roll, and you just have to commit every time you throw the dice. Like, it is what it is. I find it absurd that people think they can throw a 30 piece every time they touch the dice, because that's not true. That's not true at all. Nobody can do that every time they touch the dice, like, if they could, why are they on YouTube saying they can do it? Why are they not in the casino securing a retirement? Okay, so we are into this lock, and we are adding pen number 3. If you see here, you can see the pen action. These locks are not necessarily the calmest things in the world to take apart. I have a lot of reservations every time I open these locks up. I did drop one and watch all the internals explode, and it was not a fun science project to put back together. Bear with me, there's skill and luck. I gotta throw these internals into this lock here quick. So we are going to 3 pins at this point, and we will put her back together. What is your thoughts on whether you can target or non-target specific numbers? I mean, that is a fantastic question. It is a thing. It really is. There we go. Four different dice sets, 3, 5, 1, 5, 4, 10. Yeah, I believe in on-axis throwing. I feel on-axis is dangerous, though. I mean, that's my personal feeling. For me, again, I throw the hard way set, so that's dangerous regardless of if you're on axis or not. Although when it works out, it is the set. Like, it is the set. Mr. Swampy, how are you? Where are you from, Swamp? Yeah, I'd have to do that later, Mr. Skillenlock. Florida, the land of gators. Am I correct on that? Yeah, 3V is a hard set. Yeah, that's what I've been throwing a lot lately is a 3V with a 6-5 usually facing me. We are discussing craps and the art of dice setting currently. Mr. Swamp, if you are into that sort of thing, feel free to jump into the conversation. Uh-oh. Not good. I just put this lock in backwards. Dean P just jumped on too. Uh-oh. I am not sure what I'm doing here. Don't know why I did that. Because I'm talking about dice, that's why. Everybody's terrible at craps until they're not. Like, that's just how it is. When you're not, you better hope you got money on the table, because it's the only way you win money at that game is having it at risk. Damn it. I can't believe I just bricked this lock. I literally just bricked it. And I'm not sure how I'm going to get it apart. So that's what we are going to spend time figuring out. Can't believe I did that shit. I literally looked at it and went, don't do that, and then I did it. I'm blaming you, skill and luck. Bricking means the pins that literally secure the lock, that keep people from opening your lock. When they drop into the rotational cylinder and they're stuck, the lock can't be opened. And you have to fix whatever situation you got going on to unbrick it, and this is not the lock you want bricked. Yeah, this is, see, I got pins falling out right now. Like I did a number on this lock. So I'm gonna have to decode the whole thing. Awesome job. Way to go, Grits. This is the stuff that make people cry though. Bricking 5-pin dimple locks, pin and pin, losing the king, because everything lines up to a pretty intricate key. You look at that, like, I'm gonna have to figure out how this all lines up. Oh, it's fine. The first time it happened, like, I think I talked about it in my intro, like I dropped one of these and shit shot everywhere, and yeah, that was a bad time. This isn't much better. I put it in backwards, which I don't know why the hell I did that. Like, I knew which way to put it in, and I put it in on the wrong side. So my key pins are for holes that have nothing, and then the ones that actually have the driver pins in them here are just open holes that they've dropped into. And there's springs behind those pins which make them really, really, really hard to open. So once I figure out how to unbrick it, then we can get back at progressive pinning it. But I'll probably learn more about this lock unbricking it than I'll ever learn actually picking it. Yeah, buddy! Mick, I just bricked a 5-pin canard. Yeah, I felt bad jumping on. I saw you were on, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go live anyways. Yeah, oops. Was having a great discussion about craps and the lovely art of throwing dice, and progressive pinning this to 3 pins, and I put my core in the wrong end. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it shimmed. Yeah, everybody's live right now. Dean is too. I thought Skip did his night watch the other day. Yeah, these are. I've only refined one of these picks. This one here. This one's polished pretty good. But I would like to try nicer Dimple picks to see really what the difference is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not all that strict about all that. I would hope not. Like, I'm glad I got mine done and over with, but I can't believe I did this. Really? Yeah, this is definitely an excellent learning opportunity. I'm not real happy about it though, because I wanted to freaking progressive pin it, but I might just set this one aside and take my other one apart. I don't really know how to get past this. I wish I had a really fine something or another to put under there, but I don't. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let me grab a actual pick. That might be the answer right there. You can see the pin and pin action happening. I just got to get it down. Hard to pick in reverse. It really is. Anybody that tells you it's not, lying to you. All right, yeah, we're gonna set this bad boy aside, and I am gonna eat crow on it for tonight. I want to do some picking. And pen and pen's falling out. Like, what a nightmare. Did he make 30 minutes? What's up, Delbert? You just missed me brick a beautiful 5-pin canard. Progressively pinned with 3 pins, and I put the core in backwards. Turned the key and went, why is this seized? All right, so we're going to this one. Also, no, not a canard, a DeGard. 5-pin interactive key. We're going to go to this one since I had 2 of them, and we're going to try to not brick this one. Yeah, it'll be an excellent learning experience to repair my knucklehead move for sure. Okay. Yeah, somebody will tell me how to do it at some point. Again, I'm not that worried about it. Like, I'll get it eventually. It's just unfortunate that it happened right now. I literally just got past bricking the other one. Okay, so we're going to take 3 pins out of this one, or 2 pins. We're going to work on it with 3 pins, although it is very different than the other lock. We will learn it at the 3-pin mark. It goes this way, okay. Okay, there's my 2 key pins missing. Yeah, this little toolbox is great, and they're dirt cheap. I mean, for what they are, like, I think I paid 15 bucks for it. Like, it's awesome. The pen and pen situation coming out of here. If you haven't seen one of these, like, they are nasty little pins. Yeah, they ain't going anywhere, and they come in handy. Like, they're gonna have them. They are going to have them. And if they don't have one, then I'll send you one. Not a big deal to me. Okay. Yeah, these pens are gnarly. I wouldn't say that. Like, it really depends on how willing you are to run into walls. Like, I'll tell you what, like, I learned on a 4-pen pen and pen lock here. I have a blast picking that lock. These are spools. So, I mean, you got pen and pen with the spool action, and they are gnarly, but that's why this is a purple belt lock. I see Andrew's got your challenge lock built, Mick. My first challenge lock entry. Very cool. Okay, not bricked. That's all I can say about this. It is not bricked. Yeah, obviously, but honestly, like after building, hold on, non-sponsor break, Diet Coke, crispy. After building a challenge lock, really seeing like what it is doesn't necessarily make a difference. I just noticed that he tagged me in it and that he's entering it, so I got to go back and watch it, and like I'm hoping after it leaves you, it comes to me. Be honest with you, I want to pick it. Yeah, I'd love it next. I'm waiting on challenge locks from Logic Wizard too. I don't know if he sent them out or not. I haven't had any in a while. I'm starting to Jones. Starting to Jones for a lock to pick that somebody else has built. They're fun. They're interesting. I would love to pick a Hogmaster too. Yeah, you'll have fun picking them. I just sent Chuck Soup a box load. I think 4 of them. Okay, we are operational. Let's get to learning it. I seen like some plans that Nick Bit Locks was working on. Some of these locks, like the mechanisms, like I don't even understand the mechanism that he was like using. It's bananas. Like it's absolutely bananas what he was showing me. And Yeah, okay, I'm not going to be able to tension it that way with this particular one. So, like, who's getting the one he showed me? I don't know. I would be terrified if it showed up on my bench. Like, okay, we're gonna go at it with this guy. See if we can get somewhere. So what I'm trying to learn is how these pin stacks react with each other and what gets me to my false set, because both of these go into a really deep false. Actually, this one does too. They go into a really deep false set, and then you basically poke one pin and they open. But you're supposed to pick the outer pin and then the inner pin, and that's not always the easiest. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm kind of jealous, man, but I got two best sitting here too, so. One I can actually kind of bitch pick using a double-toothed Bogota, like, style rake. It is openable. I don't know how many pins are in it because I can't get it into control to get the core out. But the other one I have, I can't get anywhere with. You know what? You'll pick it when the time is right. Okay, we are in a false set. I got pretty good core movement. I don't know if it's a big enough false set to open, but we are in false set. And I am hunting that third pin right now, trying to get it. I wouldn't worry about when you get it open. You'll get it open when you're supposed to get it open. And you will get that open too when you're ready to get it open. I just hope you get it open your first pick on camera. Like, make sure you don't have to pick it twice. Like, I had to pick mine twice for the patch and the blue belt because I didn't gut it all the way for the patch. I just dropped the key pins and then I put it back together. And that does not qualify on your blue belt. You got to take it all the way apart. So don't forget to do that. Yeah, I practice pick off camera, but when I mean, I've got tons of picks on camera that I've never broadcasted. I don't pick generally without a camera running because if I do get into something heavy, I don't want to have to do it again for whatever it is I'm trying to accomplish. You know, like if I'm progressive pinning and I get this at 5 pins, I want it on camera because I will drop pins right there and gut it, and you know, I can always keep practicing later. You know, not that the belts matter, but they are personal achievements for me. So, you know, I want to be on camera when I do pick one of these guys. Okay, I'm in a full set and I am struggling with, it feels like pin 3. Pin 1 center pin is dropped. I'm getting some counter rotation here, but ooh, rusty spoon. Some locks zip right open. This is progressively pinned with only 3 pins, and there's pin and pin spools, so really there's 12 pins working in here. 1, 2, 3, 6 pins working in here. No, 12. There's 12 pins working in here, and 3 of them are spools. 3 of them are serrated. It's, yeah, it's, if you haven't seen inside one of these, they are gnarly. Okay, I think I'm good there. I feel like I lost my full set though, so maybe I'm in trouble. I wish I didn't brick that other lock because I liked using my tensioner on that one. This tensioner kind of sucks right now. Yeah, I went live just to throw this out there if anybody wants to see how progressive pinning works. But then I bricked my lock. I was progressively pinning. Awesome to do on a live feed for people to see. Yeah. For sure. You want to see the struggles? Watch the lives. And some locks rip right open, like, you know, there's bypass locks, and I mean, I've done one of these American 1100s relatively quickly live, but they will give you a slap in the mouth for sure. I am in full set, and I can't seem to get that last set I need. It's a deep full set, so I feel like it's 1 pin away from going, which is usually the case here. 1 of the small pins away. Everything's real tight in here right now, though. I may have just overset it. I don't know. What's going on, Stormblast? How are you, bud? Yeah. It'd be nice, like, if I had one of these, like, somebody machined as a cutout so I could really see what's going on in there, because it's hard to wrap my mind around what these pins are doing by feel alone. I wouldn't worry about it. We all curse. That's, I mean, it depends on who you talk to, though. Some people will yell at you and report you and all sorts of nonsense for whatever reason. Like, you're in violation of whatever. Okay, sorry. It's not like these are videos for kids, though. Like, you don't teach kids how to pick locks. Kids do shitty things when they have knowledge like that. God knows what I would have done if I knew how to do this when I was a teenager. Holy smokes. Besides the basic bobby pin pickable locks, like, and we see what people are able to get into with bobby pins. Like, it's incredible what some of these pickers are able to accomplish. So, like, you put that power in the hands of a teenager, you never know what you're going to get. Like, yeah, probably not a good idea. Well, 7 years old is one thing, but like, it's when they choose to show their friends that skill is when it makes a difference. I'll show you how to get into your mom's liquor cabinet. Watch this. My grampy taught me this. Come on. Pin 3 is, there we go. We are in a false set. Full false set. So there it is. It's open. So we got her open at 3 pins. And I just saw pin 1, small pin. The pin and pin, and pin 1 is my last pin. So pin 3's outer pin needs to go in and set, and then pin 1. That's what I've learned out of this. And we will set her back and start again. I need to get better at this one. Non-sponsor break, Diet Coke, not good for you. Delicious, crispy. Tastes way better than water. I gotta be careful with these springs. They will go shooting everywhere. Oh, you got the DeGard 5 pin and pin purple belt from Lockpicker's Bench. Your coffee will ruin your guts. Make you shit your pants too. I need to get like, I'm waiting for burn flags. Like I'm on the wait list for burn flags, and I need to get that wait list to go so that I can get some better picks. Because I mean, these are working, but they are. I would like to try something better. We are going to go at this again. I would like to try something that is smoother and doesn't hang up on everything. And I don't mind doing the modifications to these myself, but I do feel like the lock that I modify them while I'm working on picking becomes like the only lock that they can open, if that makes sense. Like they get modified, I guess, to fit into the lock that I'm using at the time. And I would like something that is finished and not over modified. We are in a small false set, and that's how it all begins. Let's see if I can not drop the picks all over the floor. Excuse me. My tension is relatively light. That's something I probably should, yeah, we are in a false set. I don't know if you saw that core movement or not, but we are in a relatively good false set. Not deep enough yet, I don't think, because I think this has to go all the way. Pin 3. I'm searching for something now because I can't seem to find a pen. These have those interactive keys too, which somebody said it means the pen needs to be set higher, but I don't know if that's true from experience or not. On this particular key, the other one as well is pen 2 that has it. I'm switching between left and right side picking on this because of the interactive situation, and I also get different amounts of torque depending on the side of the lock I'm picking from. I prefer to pick from this side facing this way, just because I can kind of see some of the pin work, but most of my results come from picking this way over, if that helps anybody. There we go. There's my big full set. So I think we go to pin 3 and set this guy, and we are good. Yeah. What's up, Labs? Thanks for popping in, bud. Great interview over on Broke Picks. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with the 3 pins. Bring this over and show you this beautiful paperweight I have. Look at this. I managed to brick this, progressive pinning it, and I have to figure out how to unbrick it. If it was a simple pin and tumbler lock, I would probably have it unbricked by now, but it is not. Okay, we're going to go one more time, and then we're going to go to 4 pins. Again, I am just trying to learn what puts this into full set into relation with the other 2 pins that I have in here. Okay, we got a small full set now. Oh, look at that. So we're getting somewhere. We'll do it one more time. That's the kind of progress we want to see. Okay, we're not going to duplicate that. That was a one-off, I guess. Which is fine. I'll take one-offs. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I can feel the core doing what it needs to do. Well, it was. Reset. Picking outer pin versus inner pin on these, my experience, which is rather limited, not always easy to know what's what. When you're first pin, you can see. You can see it right there. It's hanging down like Buck-Tooth Sally right there. That's an inner pin. The first pin is set and that one's down, but after that, you can't necessarily see in there, which is why I like tensioning the other way now, but that's out of the question. Okay, and we will come back and reset pin 1. There's my full set, and pin 3 should release it, and we're good. Okay. So now we get to go to 4 pins. Let's see if I can not brick this lock. I need a better lighting situation. Pro tip. Well, I can't really say pro tip, but you're right. Getting is much easier when you have the key. Newbie pro tip. Get yourself a screwdriver that doesn't strip out your screws. Get one that fits. Get a couple of them because you're going to hate yourself if you start stripping out screws or screwdriver heads. You are going to hate life. I can't even stress enough how having a quality screwdriver makes a difference in the quality of life you live when you're a lockpicker. Yep. And some of these locks ain't cheap. Like, I mean, even $30, like, it's not really that big of a deal, but, you know, we can all spend $30 on something else other than replacing the lock we just ruined. Okay. I don't have any problem with Harbor Freight tools. They work just fine. Some of them. Some of them are, I mean, I got a metal lathe from them that I've been using for making rings for years. And I got no problems with it. I got presses from them that I've used for pyro for years. And no problems with them. But I've also rounded out some screwdriver heads from them pretty easily. Okay, where are we going? We're going pin 4. Jimmy Long's just tried to attack me from on top of my tool bench. Okay, we're going pin 4. I got my shim in the way. Come on, shim. There we go. Spring 4. Pin 4. These springs are, if you look, they stick out of the holes quite a bit. No, I can't change them. They are in there. There is a rotational handle on them, but the pick itself does not come out. These are hooks, so they all have inserted, like they're all inserted. They're not coming out. I have kind of tweaked a couple of them because I'm trying to rotate on them too hard maybe, which I think everybody might do at some point of their life when learning how to pick these things, but yeah, these do not change. So if I wreck one or bend one, I'm out of pick. Shim back in. I don't necessarily need the shim, but I don't like the ridges on the core, so I would rather just avoid having problems and shim it. But when I removed the shim from the last one, Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Santa's moto ski broke down. All right. We are in like Flynn. Okay. I do like this assembly in the back. It's a little easier to get it apart than using the rings or using the little tension pin with the rings. I like the two screws. Evening, Greyhound. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hey, Greyhound, do you pick Dimple locks? Thanks, Labs. I try to pop in at work too and say hi to people when they're live streaming as well, but I can't stick around long when I do. But I try to do it. I just bricked a 5-pin DeGuard, and I'm not sure how to unbrick it. I guess that's why I'm asking. I put the core in backwards and pulled the key out. And yeah, so the springs are a little longer. Needless to say, I can't get, and then I dropped a couple of pen and pens out too. Yeah, it's an ugly situation here. Georgia Jim. Okay, so we are going to go at this with 4 pens. I don't know if Skill and Luck's still here or not, but if any of you guys are craps players, old Craps Nation friend of mine was on here. We were talking about throwing dice and all of that good nonsense. Yeah, I can't be sad about it. It is what it is. I will say I got a really simple full set right out the gate on pin 1 with this. It's very light though. Oh, like gaming dice? Oh, I got slaps coming too. We got some cheese grits and NyQuil Western Massacre Locksport slaps coming. Good night, Storm. Thanks for popping in. This is the DeGuard 5-pin and pin interactive clone. Right now it's only got 4 pins in it. Yeah, I get the names screwed up too. This is the purple belt. Somebody I was watching recently just picked this And I inquired, he said, progressive pennant, like get to know it intimately. You know what? That's a great idea. I was getting pretty good with 3 pins, so we are on to 4 pin to see what happens. And it's starting to get a little more complex. Oh, wow. That's a lot of pins. I mean, I guess so these would, if you really want to count pins, like this probably has 16 at this point because each set of pins has 2 pins, but it's really only 4 pins. Yeah, that's a lot of shit to keep track of. Come on, where is... And these are all spool pins, like all the driver pins on this particular lock are all spools with pin and pin. So they can be naughty. I just want my full set. Pin 4 is not set, that's for sure. What are you using for flags? Oh, we got more of a full set. Pin 1 seems to be my Rubik's Cube solver. Like every time I have an issue, I go back to pin 1 and it seems to... Yeah, what's your take on these things, man? I want something better to play with to compare. I mean, for the price, they're great, and I mean, they are working. This one's unmodified, and it is working. Yeah, I don't have anything else either. I want something to try. Yeah, I've polished one up pretty well, actually, one of the blue ones. I did some grinding on it, and I basically fit it to this lock, which is a 4-penner, and it works well in that lock, but I can't get into the 5-penner to save my life. But that 5-penner is a blue belt, and I want to get this purple under my belt so I can progress rank-wise, so I'm playing with this one. I think I'm going to learn a great deal from this particular lock anyways, because it's all spools. It's okay. We're in a full set, which I think it's big enough that this is going to go. I just got to find, I'm going to guess it's probably pin 4 I got to get. Nope, it is not. I am not in a deep enough full set. What's up, Mark? Hands tingling. I want to let go, but I don't want to drop this false set. I want to get at least one open at 4 pins before I... Let's go to the other side. Go to the other side. Tell them what they won, Bob. You won an all expenses paid trip to FU Island. There we go. We got her at 4 pins. So if we can get her at 4 pins, we can get her at 5, but we're going to do it at 4 pins a few times. Yay! Yeah, buddy. We are going to take a not a sponsor break. Diet Coke, not a sponsor, should be, not good for you. Crispy. All right. So we got 4 pins, stock, hook pick, stock hook tensioner. We got her at 4 pins. It is working. And I am using counterclockwise rotation. Mr. Broke Picks, how are you, buddy? By the way, that tensioning thing you taught me, phenomenal. I can't use it on this one, though. And maybe you know, how do I unbrick a pin and pin Dimple? I put the core in backwards and pulled the key out. We are going back at it with 4 pins to see if we can get her open again at 4 pins. See if we can get it open quicker. Yeah, that's what I figured. I put it aside so I didn't waste my precious live feed time trying to unbrick this sexy paperweight I got sitting there. I'm so bummed out about it, but I just went and unpinned this one and started at the same point. We're still making progress. That's all that matters. Progress. Progress over perfection. Okay. I notice these locks give you small incremental core rotations, little tiny false sets along the way. And you will drop into a really deep false set when it's ready to open. I don't know if it's that way with all Dimple locks, but all the ones I've picked so far have done that same thing. Broke, how you feel about Friday night? All right. Are you Eastern time? Okay, we got a really small false set going. It is visually seeable by me, but I am feeling more tension releases as I go here. Okay, I'll get home about 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock Friday night, so I could maybe do 10:30 if that works for you. What happened to you, Greyhound? Okay, pin 4 gave us a little release. Man, I think I just lost it. Pin 3. Not a worry, bud. I'm just glad you're all right. I literally was concerned. Shit, I hope something didn't happen. Life does what life does, so, like, just glad you didn't have any horrible misfortunes. Okay. We're going to switch to the other side and go in and see if we can poke our way to an open again. I feel like we are at the point where we need to start setting the little pins, because I am getting little tiny incremental movements. I feel like I'm one click away from the false set I'm looking for. Usually pin 1 will, yep, there it is. Pin 1 gives me that when I can't find anything else. It's pin 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and say pin 4 maybe. No. Okay. Oh no. All right. Relax. Getting the pick stuck. Welcome back, Mick. I have gotten it open once on 4 pins. This is the second attempt. All right, come on, find the pin. There we go. Pin 3, and we are open. All right. So that's 2 opens on 4. I think I want to do a couple more before I try to go to 5. Did I hear somebody say that Dean P broke one of these already? I got a Chuck Weiss. I won in the Unlock Discord. I won a $50 gift card to 44 Delta. I think I want to. I think I want to try putting an actual weighted pan vise base on it, because I feel like I'm one of those old rockabilly singers with this, you know, oh hubba hubba, the way I hold it. So I think I want something weighted on the base. what it is. Like, I don't know. It opened up a difficult lock for me, and I kind of use it to stick it in things and wiggle it around when I'm not sure and I don't want to put my jammy longs in there. I'm pretty sure Dean stuffed it into some holes it probably didn't belong into. Yeah, buddy. Is what it is, right? Yeah, I agree. Stories for other days. All right. We're going to reset. You know, yeah, they are tire irons for that matter. He was showing off some massive blades the other day. Like, maybe that was tonight on his live feed. I was like, whoa, those are pretty healthy sized blades. I gotta say, like, shackles are an art form, for sure. And the funny thing is, like, with lock picks, it's like intentions. Like, if you get caught with your picks intentions, like you get caught with shackle picks, you're intending on picking out of cuffs. There is only one way to go with that. What you doing with this, son? Getting ready to break out your handcuffs, Chief. Go on, put them on. See what happens. You're going to have a surprise in the back of the car later. Come on. This is true. Once they have your ass, it don't matter. Although I had a buddy literally just pull his hand out of the cuffs because they didn't have them tight enough and walk out the station and go home. And they came and got his ass again. Hauled him out of his house like a wooden Indian, just all wrapped up. Radio station across the street out there trying to interview, like, oh yeah. Interesting story. But he literally was in booking and just pulled his hand out the cuff and walked out the door. Had him cuffed to a chair. Okay, pin 4. Yeah, the zip ties, no shit. You ever see bum fights? Like that guy used to like sneak up on bums while they were sleeping and zip tie them and shit. Like that. Oh my God, zip ties are no joke. out here hunting bums in their natural habitat, and they'd sneak up while they're sleeping and number them and zip tie them. Come on. I'm in a small false set, and I want to be in a deeper one. There's a little deeper one. Pen 4 is argumentative, getting mouthy back there. Okay, pen 2 gave me a little rotation. Okay. It's not even visibly turned, but I guess very slightly. It's so hard to get a read on what's happening until you get that full set. Come on. Order of the Shackle. I think it's Secret Society. All right, reset. 2 opens, and hands are starting to get tired. Got a death grip on this pick. Pen 4. Let's switch over to the left side and see if we can get anywhere. Nope. It's funny how the lock goes from being cooperative to spitting in your eye. Just like that. Okay, there's my full set. Full set, I believe. This should be pen 3 and we're home free. Should be. Nope, I just dropped everything. Lost my full set. Nice, I haven't touched one of those. I got some quick set smart keys here. I need to I need to make a shiv for the side bar and start picking on them too. 4 pins on these is no joke. Like, there we go. Full set, full set. Yes, no. Yeah, I believe so. Fingers are going numb. Strangling picks like it's my job. I'd like to back this out a little bit, but I can't go to like half 0.5 view. Yeah, I'm white knuckling this pick trying to turn these pens. Pin 3 is acting up. Dimple kick. I fucking dimple kick this lock right now, I'll tell you that. Excuse the French. Facts. Open is open. Pin 4. No, maybe it is pin 4. Pin 3. Come on. We are right at that point. I've lost my false set, but I get a feeling it's coming back. I just need to find the one that's hanging up. Okay, there's my full set again. As in safe dials? Or as in shackles? Saw somebody asking about some S&Gs earlier. Yeah. I got a set of police issues my neighbor gave me before he passed away. With the key, even. They are rather nice cuffs. I got to dig them out. It's the only pair I own. Okay, pin up. What is the hang up here, guys? Come on. Big false set and Yeah, I don't know the company that made the ones I was given. I just know that they are force issued. Funny thing is, like, my neighbor, like, awesome dude, he's passed away, like, had a heart attack or something, but he had won a bronze medal in one of the 80s Olympics for Morocco in judo. And he was on the police force here, and the police were, you know, they'd want to train with him, and he'd be like, "Oh, take it easy on me, take it easy, don't hurt me." And he's like, I slam cops so hard to the mat. Cracked me up. Well, you shouldn't be doing that to your coworkers, bud. They're gonna get mad at you. So don't tell me you want to train and then tell me go easy on you. Like, it's not how it works. They ain't gonna go easy on you in the streets. Okay, I'm in like a perpetual false set here. Go easy on D's, exactly. It needed the dimple kick, exactly. Kick you straight in the dimples. We are about to dimple kick this one right out the frickin' window. Twice open, now I can't get anywhere with it. There we go, false set again. Visually a false set. Straight in the dimples. That's it. What are you doing? They uncover? Kick them in the dimples again. It's funny, I'm tweaking on this pen and I'm holding my breath like it's going to make a difference. So don't want to lose my false set, but it's inevitable, I think. Yeah, loved it. I telling everybody about it. It's phenomenal. If you got the right lock, like, it's absolutely incredible tensioning trick. Right? Stop resisting. Yeah, I can't get my blue dimple open. We're in a deeper false set, so we got to be somewhere. I just got to find the one that's hanging up. I do like this chuck vise with the crab claw. It is comfortable. We're losing the lock. Oh, I do like this chuck vise. It's comfortable to hold. And pin 4 is my culprit. Big click there. Did it not go home? It did not go home. Well, If it was 5 pins, I would be a little more worried about it, but it's only 4 at this point, so. I'm trying to understand what what the different, why I'm having a harder time with it this time than the last 2 times. Literally, it feels like an entirely different lock right now, so. Yeah, yeah, I'm a little weak chicken wing right now. We're gonna let go. Yeah, I get that. I keep giving it up right now, but I'm trying to understand why. Why? You know what I mean? Like what it is I'm feeling. Um, and number 3 is big. I'm trying to relate it back to all the picks I've done at 3 and 2, and like the relationships between the pens at that point. So, and I'm not. Once I put the 4th pin in, it seems like all those rules went out the window. Yeah, I actually thought about that too. Like, I like the way the vice, like the clamp itself feels in the hand. It's like a 50s doo-wop mic, but like the bass itself isn't, the bass itself isn't very heavy. So yeah, it's like an Elvis mic, exactly. So I'm out of my false set and I'm looking for what's going to do it. Oh, down here? Yeah. Was that your video I seen that in? Greyhound? Piece of neoprene rubber in under there. Mouse pad. Yeah, that's awesome DIY hack. Okay, big fatty false set. Big false set. Now I got to figure out where to go from here. I find I get a lot more feedback from these Dimple locks than I do from pin and tumbler locks. Which is kind of what makes them so fun to pick. For me, at least. What'd you use for adhesive, Greyhound? You're being a pain in the ass. I didn't even add that 5th pin yet, and you're being naughty. Yeah, I think he used Gorilla Glue, now that you say that. That fucking monkey spooge is phenomenal. I'm actually building a set of speakers, and I'm using Gorilla Glue adhesive for it. Dries rock hard. Like, you gotta trigger it with like moisture, and then it foams up and gets rock hard. Elmer's is great for pasting firework shells. Gives you a nice tight dry on the spiking. All right, I feel like I'm just going perpetually at Gorilla everything. All right, we'll let it go. Reset. Think about this for a minute. Consider what I've done wrong. Repent. Hey, is there a place to get really good, like the lockpick blanks that they use to laser engrave? Like, is there a place to get like a set of those for like art purposes? Yeah, I reset it, started over. I definitely did that. I got tired of we're going back at it though. Yeah, and we might go that route here in a minute if we don't get somewhere with this. I just don't understand what I'm doing differently than what I was doing. We're making movement though. All right. like a Rubik's Cube. Wind it up a few times. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've picked these pens now probably 20 times. I could just be burning out. Yeah, it's more of a mental thing, I think, for me, for sure. Start fresh. Yep. Welcome back. I'm still struggle bossing. It's like doing a puzzle in the dark with your feet. Yeah, these handles are pretty good. I do like the handle. I wish the picks were smoother, but yeah. I got incredible artist that I follow and own some of his work by the name of Steve Leahy, and he's known for painting these unbelievable micro paintings. Like he does like 33 Packards or whatever on razor blades, like, and they're so high detail, like it's unbelievable. So he's actually supporting my channel quite a bit on his feed, and he's interested in lockpicks. So I might try to get him to paint up a little display pick set. Like I can't even stress how incredible his art is. Like, you know, kind of like the laser engraved, but like actual painted art. Okay. Yeah, the key is knowing when you've overset, though. Like, it's not always easy for me. Like, I know I muscle the shit out of things, so I just assume I've overset things. People talk about the sound and the feel. It all sounds like click, 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 and all of a sudden you're not in. Why won't you open? usually coming back to one's the one that gets me where I want to go. There's a full set. Now there's that third pin and it doesn't want to play ball. It is definitely a binder, but it just pulls me back. It's actually second pin. It's a pin and pen with an interactive key. And the driver pins are spools. All 5 of them. Holy chop suey, when you're low on money, it's awesome. All right. Let's try to rotate towards it. See if that helps. This is not the hobby for the impatient, for sure. That would be called bypassing. You might be on something, Spoon. And come on, let me get you open one more time. Don't make me go back to 3 pins. Oh, false, massive false set, and all I did was poke the core. Okay. Let's see where this gets us. You feeling bad for leading me on, honey? Is that what's going on? Yeah, you are. There it is. We're open. We are open. She felt bad, teasing me. Yay! Pop, pop. Yeah, buddy. Now do we go to 5 pins? Yeah, I'm trying to. It's not always easy to tell. It is definitely not always easy to tell. All right, 5 pins we go. Try to, like, I can't always, like, with this pick, I can feel the small pins with this one in particular. With this one or this one here, they're so much heavier that I can't necessarily feel the small pins. That very subtle pin and pin feeling is definitely something you learn. It's not always apparent. They're pretty small. I am nervous about going to 5 pins. I don't know why. It's not like I'm going to get hurt doing it. Yeah, probably. It's just it's really hard to feel the difference between the two. For me, at least at this point. I mean, I'm getting better at recognizing the outer pin, but like as I get deeper into the lock is where it gets harder and harder to. Where did I put my pin and tweezers? There. We are 5 deep, and this is about to get really ugly. Get the spring, get the pin. All right, there we go. And we are in. Don't pull that shit out and lose it. Me, I got into the sport in 2018. I started learning how to lockpick. I was bored when COVID started happening. It might have been right before COVID. And I said, I'm gonna learn how to pick locks. And I did. Not very well. I learned how to rake locks. I couldn't single pin. And I did it for a couple of years. I got pretty good at raking locks, actually. And then I got away from it because I was frustrated with my single pin picking. And 5 years ago, Locksport wasn't as open as it is now. People weren't as forthcoming with and as generous as they are now. So the sport has taken off, and companies have gotten to be more interactive with the customer, which is made for a really good experience. This time around, it's been a phenomenal experience. That's what I got in it. Okay, give it one more run with the key. Okay. If I get this picked, I'm going to be real happy. I don't know if I actually have to break it down again because I've literally assembled the whole lock 4 times. But I will break it down if I get it open. Where am I going? Here we go. Not like pole dancing, but maybe like, it's dirtbag Olympics maybe, like because of what it's so closely associated with. But that whole thing is changing, which is important. I mean, I was a skateboarder when skateboarders were all dirtbags and the cops used to beat us up. Like, like things change over time. And I think that's where lock sporting has gone. It's to a better place. I don't necessarily feel like there's a stigma with it anymore. My boss kind of gives me a weird look because he is in charge of making sure that our building is locked and secure. So when I ask him for best cores and medico cores, like he kind of gives me the cocked eyebrow. But I think any stigma with lockpicking is pretty well long gone at this point. Facts. It's much faster, less chance of getting caught to make noise. For me, it's like doing a puzzle in the dark with your feet. There's a lot of sass going on in this lock now. Holy smokes, that 5th pin, and she is talking shit. Wow. A lot of sass. You wouldn't do this to steal. Like, I mean, unless you were trying to break into some kind of hospital security room. Like, they just couldn't imagine anybody sitting there doing this to a lock for the amount of time that you would have to. Okay, we are somewhere because I am getting nothing and I don't feel like anything's overset. I may have to just switch the direction I'm picking from. Broke, do you find going from right to left side helps at all? I like picking from the right side because then I can kind of see a little bit with the pens, but I feel like sometimes going side to side gives me a better angle on stuff, maybe. That's something you find? Lose anybody, did we? All right, good. I just turned my phone off for a second. Hello, Marissa Johnson. Please lurk. I don't know how much learning you're going to do, but please lurk. We are 5 pins deep on a 5-pin DeGuard interactive pen and pen Dimple lock. Trying to make it sound as impressive as I can. I am mildly false set, which I am pleased with, so. You know, I think that's the point of the whole process I've gone through, is to try to learn the relation between the pins well enough to get it to want to play ball at least. I mean, I would be happy getting it to a heavy full set because I know what's right around the corner if I get that. But you got to remember, this is 5 spools with pin and pins, so you got to get the spools and then you can do the little pins. I would rather not spend an hour doing it, but it is what it is. I can always timestamp it. Okay, I think we're going after little pins now, maybe. Yeah, there's one. Appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me. Oh, we're going deeper. Deeper the set, the bigger the prize. Back to what we were talking about, like doing this to get into something. Like, can you imagine the Smoky rolling up on you? Like, what you doing, son? Picking his lock. What you can do once you get it open? I'm gonna lock it back up and walk away. I just want to see if I can pick it. Like, if you want something, you aren't going in quietly, for sure. Sir, son, you know I got to put you under arrest, right? Well, at least let me get out of this damn false set before you do. Wouldn't that be something? Pin 5, what are you doing? Okay, little rotation. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm just trying to figure out the relation of how they're working together or against each other. And I'm going for that feeling. Yeah, I feel like we are down to little pens. I mean, I said that a minute ago too, so what do I know? Ooh, little rotation. It's the second time I've had to go to pin 1 and get that little rotation though, so that might be the key to everything. Black Smoke, how are you? Welcome, thanks for coming. Okay. Okay. Come on, number 4 and 5. Cooperate here. I am not in that deep of a false set, so I need a little cooperation. Right. I don't know if it's just my tensioner moving or if I'm actually getting further and further into a false set. It's not a serrated, so I go back and forth between the two. I was going counterclockwise for 2 and 3. And then 4, I went this direction because I lost the sensation that I was getting going counterclock. It's a sensation in my hand that I'm looking for. I don't know. Like I said, the feedback from these locks is way more intense than what I get on pen and tumbler. Probably because it's, it's like literally my whole hand's involved. So, and the pens are much bigger too. If that is actually a thing, I don't know. But that's why I'm going this way, because I'm getting more tangible feedback. I don't mind. I don't have a preference of which way I pick. I lose my progress when I switch. 100% lose my progress. You just may have missed it. Okay. Come on, which one of you guys is not wanting to play ball here? Come on! Number 5. I'm sure it's one of those 2 pins that's giving me a hard time right now. Can't imagine it's number 1. I keep clicking number 1, so. I don't get any counter rotation on 5 or 4. We almost there? We're almost there. Don't make me turn this car around, kids. Yeah, there's definitely a visible false set going, so I would hate to drop this and start over, but I might have to. Oh, uh-oh. We are reset. Damn it. Hand fatigue. Okay, let's try coming back. Okay, pin 2 put me into a little bit of a full set. Pin 1, I just felt that go home. I almost feel like the spools, right? They're going up and they're clipping, and then one goes through, and then like they're playing that little back and forth game, because I am definitely in a visible slight false set. It's hard to explain what I'm feeling, but that's the best I can explain it. I mean, it's like trying to tell somebody what it feels like when you get kicked in the groin. Besides, it sucks. Okay. See if going after little pins. Hopefully I got it open when you come back and you can watch the yeah, getting kicked in the dimples. Exactly. But you see my, like if that's where it started, like I'm at this point, so we're somewhere. Okay. Let the circulation come back into my picking hand. Pin 4, pin 5. I got to get them into play. I feel like they're being neglected. Okay, that was pin 5. I know that was something I needed. It felt good. So good. Uh-oh. Something just dropped, and I think it was pin 4 and 5. It was a distant ba-dunk da-dunk. Embrace the crunch, they say. All right, switch the sides. That released some tension. Come on. Uh-oh. 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 We got her stuck. There we go. Oh, that's not where I want to be. There we go. All right. We're still in a partial full set, though, after that. So, start again. See where we can get. Yeah, we had a problem for sure. We for sure had a problem there. We're back on track, though. I don't know why I'm having so much problems. Like, although, pick the outer pin first, then the inner pin. I get the concept. Easier said than done. And I don't know if this actually oversets or not because these are spools. And the pins all keep coming back, so let's try a smaller pick from the left and see if that'll push the little pins where they need to go. Yeah, I like Nick Vitzlock's. I like his videos. He's got phenomenal Dimple series, which I've watched. But again, like, I know what I need to do. I just can't necessarily see it, and I can't feel it. I don't know if it's the picks or just I'm not ready to open this 5-penner. Which I'll tell you right now, I am ready to open it, but maybe I'm not ready. You haven't earned the right. Basically how I'm feeling right now. And it's not for lack of trying, for sure. Okay. My false set went away a little bit. Now it's back. It's such a small false set, though, that something else is missing. Pin 1, pin 2. Well, I mean, it's purple for a reason. There's a reason that you see so many names on the LPU in blue and green. Nick Vitt actually has my challenge lock that I did for my blue belt, and I'm waiting to see him pick it. I'm wondering if it's stuck 4 inches deep in his drywall right now. I'm trying, buddy. I didn't actually intend to get this far with it today. I meant to just keep picking it on 2 and 3, but I went to 4 and 5. Assert yourself, SpongeBob. All right. Reset. Sometimes that's the ticket. Go back this way. That's the funny thing. I can feel the pressure releasing on those first 3 spools. And then I get to 4 and I can't really feel anything. And then 5 is also almost non-existent back there. I would like for 4 and 5 to be a little more vocal. Tell the neighbors when I hit the spot, you know, like, let it out. Yeah, I think I used a sparrow's hook to get it out. I'm surprised these aren't getting more stuck. They're not very smooth. I thought when I first like opened them and checked them out, I thought they were smooth enough, but like once you get them into a lock, you really realize how unfinished they are. Yeah, there's definitely a dance that happens like that. I'm coming to realize and actually respect in these locks, like especially this one in particular. Like the relationship of these spools is very dependent on each other, and because they're so big, I think they make a bigger impact than picking spools in smaller lock, like in pin tumbler locks, because just the spool size is 4 times the size of a pin and tumbler, like each one. So I'm sure that all comes into play with making things give more feedback. They're not as subtle. It's like, how big are the yabos on your lock? Big enough you're going to notice. Come on, 4 and 5. I'm pretty sure like just getting back to those is where my problem is. Like it's really hard to tell when I'm under the outer pin and on those last 2. I get really nothing on my tensioner feedback when I'm back there. Oh, there we go. There was something of note. I am in that perpetual state of not being falset enough, though. See you later, Mick. Thanks for playing. Yeah, buddy. All right. If I hit it with the pick, maybe it'll knock something into place. That's a fact. That is a fact. Kick the tire twice. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I just don't understand why I can't feel anything all of a sudden. Like, I think all the outer pins are set because I literally get nothing. Get the salad spoons, Jack. I don't understand I'm missing something and I don't get what it is. I'm scrubbing away, I'm feeling nothing. I'm hitting little pins, that I know because I'm coming to a dead stop. Number 5. All right, we're going to take another pass on the left side, and then I'm probably going to call it. I appreciate everybody coming to play. I wish there was a big celebrational opening here, but it doesn't feel like there's going to be. Oh, there, I'm getting my counter rotation. Oh my God, right? Now you got me thinking. Don't play devil's advocate like that. Starting to get like neural thumb going too from turning these picks so damn hard. That sore knurler burn on my thumb. Something just went. I felt the counter rotation hit me and then something let go. Uh-oh. And I lost it again. I assume so. There's no time limit on it. I would just timestamp it so that they could go right to the open. They could skim through it and but I don't think it's going to get opened tonight, badly as I want it to. Either I want it too bad or I don't want it bad enough. I think it was Blue Scooby Wagon actually that told me to progressive pin this. I just seen his post come through from Discord. It's hard to tell if you're ready to go to little pins or not. I do not feel anything else needing a bind. All right, guys, we are going to call it. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a hell of a learning experience. And especially with the brick lock, I got to spend some time working on that. I'm glad I didn't spend this whole time trying to unbrick that. Okay, clearly I am not meant to open this lock tonight. But yeah, it's been a good attempt. I got it open numerous times on 3 and 4. I think that last attempt on 4 should have told me, hey, you're not ready. But yeah, I'm going to go down this one more time, and then I am going to pull the plug. Oh, Zoe the cat, hello. You're showing up right at the end. I'm glad you popped in and said hi. We are working the 5-pinner at 5 pins at this point, and I can't seem to get past nowhere. Probably. Believe me, it'll be on camera though if I do pull it out, because I definitely wouldn't go at this without the camera being on. Just with all the, yeah, just in case. If I get it open, I want it documented. At this point, I'm just purely frustrated. And willing to try and muscle it home, which I already know what's going to happen. Like, it ain't going to open, but it's the definition of insanity. Doing things over and over, expecting a different result. I'm clearly doing something wrong, or it would have been opened. I know that by now. All right, everybody, thanks for coming. We are going to pull the plug on this now. Yeah, well, I'm certainly not picking it, that's for sure. But this is how it is. Like, I'm trying to only get these outer pins, and I feel like I've got them. Oh, I feel like I've got just the outer pins, but when I go to the inner pins, clearly something's not right. All right, that's it. Yeah, buddy. Thank you for coming, everybody. I'm sorry the ending wasn't as climatic as I was leading it was going to be, but we did get to that point. So, yeah, you can't say I didn't try. That's for sure. But we're at the point. We know we can get it open with 4. We just got to get it open with 5. And I will continue working at it. I might even go back to 4 and pick it a few more times at 4, just for good measure. Yeah, remember, when you're keying knobbing on one of these, don't put the cylinder in the wrong way, and then pull the key out, because you're effed in the A. You now have a paperweight. We learned that the hard way tonight, and hopefully in the near future that is fixed. Everybody have a good night, and yeah, buddy.